gonna be this hurt because someone kicked you from the team.
Probably a little bit, yeah. I mean, sure.
But we see so many teams kick some people and then get them back. It's at the end of the day, you're going to be as hurt and annoyed as much as it doesn't affect your career. The point, you know, where, you know...
Oh, but it doesn't mean that you can, like, you can enjoy the wins.
Well, I mean, you enjoy the wins anyway, aren't you?
But you would enjoy them extra.
Sure. Oh, no, I mean, absolutely. No, there's no doubt about it. This is the game to go to TI, yeah. This is... Either way, it's going to be like, you know... We're going to see both of these teams have some fantastic celebration videos, I'm sure. There's going to be a lot of popping off from whichever side, mate.
I was going to say, only
this is how you find out who was right.
Huh?
This is how you find out who was right, right? Steven who's left, who's right, yeah.
Oh, come on. That's like a 10-year-old me.
But it's true. He got booted, and then he's going to beat them before they go to TI. They don't go to TI.
I mean, I know you think
it could happen.
You think it's because he got the Lycan.
Lycan's a little scary.
Lycan has literally won like every game we've cast.
Underlord can be pretty good versus Lycan, though. The control for the minions, the damage, the percent damage as well. And then they've got the double CC. You net inside the pit. You can chain proc the pit.
Did Steven build this team himself?
Like, I'm pretty sure he did. It seemed like he did. I think because it, like, how else do these guys come together? It's got to be. I'm pretty sure it was Theban.
What team was Zephyr on before? Because I definitely, he was on Boom ID or something, right? I definitely casted him this year. I know I casted him this year.
Okay, I think you might be right.
I remember him playing. I remember him playing Dark Willow on a team. You can. I don't know.
I will check.
He definitely played for one.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm sure. I think
either Execration, Boom ID, one of those.
I don't think it was Execration.
Zephyr, Xepher.
I don't think it was Execration. I think
Let's see if I find more. Zephyr was on. I know where you saw him. He was an RQ.
It was RRQ. Oh, we saw him at GESC. Oh,
we saw him at GESC because he was because he was only joining here in the 30th of April.
Yeah.
All right, because I remembered his name. I knew that we saw him. So I remember him playing Dark Willow.
Yeah, I remember him playing Dark Willow.
Remember they gave him like all the farm.
Yeah.
Remember as like the 4 position, he was like this very farmed 4.
Maybe. I definitely remember Zephyr playing Dark Willow. Yeah.
So Enigma ban, they have the Naga Siren. The combo can be a bit, you know, just intimidating.
Team pick.
They get the Jakiro to combo up with that Naga Siren. It has to be one of those 3, right? It's either Enigma, Disruptor, or Jakiro you want to take with your Naga.
It is good against the Lycan. Yeah. But I feel like we've seen teams try this before against the Lycan, and then the Lycan still wins because he's up.
Yeah, I mean,
it's gonna be tough
to run away with stuff. I wonder if TNC Tigers is looking at something like Shadow Fiend with that clock. We saw that out in the CIS region at least. I don't know.
Your Dream is also Indonesian.
Yeah, In Your Dream's Indonesian. Yeah, he's like the #1 MMR player.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been #1 MMR
for a while.
He was.
Yeah, he has been ranked 1 in SCA. Yeah.
But he was for a very long time in SCA.
Oh, he's very talented player. That's never really sort of found a team that's really done it as well as this. I believe. I don't think he's ever been at TI, has he?
No. In Your Dream?
No.
No.
I mean, he's been in Fnatic, but only for like 5 days officially, and this was in the start of 2017. Other than that, he's been only in teams where you wouldn't, like, a lot of people wouldn't have heard
like Southeast Asian.
He's been in Boom ID for a full year.
Yeah.
The whole of 2017, other than the quick stint with Fnatic, but that was it. And that would be the most known team, which for a lot of people wouldn't be that known at all.
We casted a good amount of Boom ID, right? Because Dream League qualifiers.
I mean, they were the team that were doing very nice in some of the qualifiers. Yeah.
But they were very hit or miss, though.
Yeah, but they never made it out of qualifiers.
Oh, Shadow Shaman Lycan is the. I mean, this is like a classic that people love running Shadow Shaman with Lycan. You're good in the laning phase with the hero. You work well with the hero for the pushing aspect, of course, and you give the control to allow Lycan to focus fire targets. And I mean, after that last game. I mean, 1437 is playing really well. His Oracle play was top tier. The last game, his Shadow Shaman was phenomenal.
5 seconds remaining.
Big fan right now.
Even Life Stealer.
Okay.
Is that good?
I mean,
you don't have a vessel.
I don't know if I like against the Lycan.
It can go kind of both ways.
You know?
You can get eaten by Lycan, but if the life stealer gets really big, you eat the Lycan. Like it's all about that. Like
I guess they do have decent disable. The other 3 heroes very good at holding down the Lycan.
It's like the seesaw kind of thing. Like if the Lycan's, you know, Lycan's ahead, you destroy that shit. But if life stealer's ahead, you. I don't know how else to compare it.
The Razor in response.
I like that.
They can now put this Lycan in the mid lane if they want to. They put the Razor safe lane versus the Underlord. Razor's great versus Underlord in laning phase.
Great lane, great against the lifesteal as a whole. That's
a good pick.
All right, so far, I think we all agree that Tigers has a little bit of an up in terms of draft, right?
Tigers looks a little bit stronger at the moment.
So what does TNC need to do? Like, which boxes still need to be ticked for them to be coming out ahead?
What do they get for Armel?
When I see Lifestealer versus Razor, I think you want a Vessel. Okay. You want someone that can get the Lifestealer on top of the Razor, so you do all the damage right away before you start getting
Do you think he plays Storm again? Like, he didn't have a great game last game, but it does seem good here. Sure, there's still the Hex, but other than that...
Which other vessels could there be? I mean, they ban out the Tinker, so they're not afraid of the Storm.
It's like Storm and Puck.
I think you don't want to play Puck.
Is Queen of Pain dead?
DP.
Oh, that's another thing.
Maybe you just get... Oh, they banned Dragonite themselves.
Yeah, they banned them themselves.
I mean, they have to play something like a... Because they can't have something else that's going to run in and get static linked by the Razor. They have to have something jumping about or keeping the range.
Yeah. And they want someone that goes well in the lane versus what they assume could probably be the Death Prophet. I think could be Lycan too. These lanes could be very, very different.
Oh, what do they take?
5 seconds remaining.
CTNC's Tigers is drafting. I think those two supports are going to have a lot of freedom. Is that a Vessel?
I mean, it's not a Vessel,
but it's pretty good.
But he's fast. He can be speedy.
Can be very strong in the lane depending on who's in that lane.
I think they've got a lot to deal with that Lycan this game.
Yeah,
they've got a lot to deal with the Lycan. They've got a good job for the Lycan
a little bit here.
But if you're having you can deal with the Lycan, but can you deal with the Death Prophet and the Razor?
One of these targets is going to get ruptured in the fights, and all 3 of these heroes hate being ruptured because you're all about mobility in team fights. Death Prophet, Razor, and Lycan, you want to be able to move around.
But DP is just going to buy Yules and it's going to be fine. It's not going to get silenced.
But you can't move.
But you can move, sure. But the rest can't.
I think TNC Predator got a lot of control on team fight. I believe in the Armel Bloodseeker. I think this is, even though it's the Razor's smart, I think Predator's going to take this one.
I'm torn.
Go back upstairs. I think Armel with the Bloodseeker actually, for example, had the first rampage at the Super Major. I think that was his hero, and that one is very successful on the Bloodseeker in the path. They need to win this game if they want to have a shot of going to TI8 because this is a best of 3. If they lose here, it means the Tigers is going to be the second team out of Southeast Asia to make it to Vancouver, make it to TI8. So Predator need to be tying the score. Let's see if they can. Over to ODN Pub.
Hello. I think we're live. Yes, we're good. We're live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game 2. Game 2 of Tigers versus Predator. This is OD Pixel. I'm here with Fogged, and we're ready to take you through this one. We're going to have a bit of fun here from both sides. We've got a Lycan lineup from Tiger and Hello. So it is going to be K playing the Lycan on the sideline. And over on Predator, it is that the Bloodseeker final pick for Armel.
30 seconds
and as I say, I think there's a lot of ways for them to hold down and beat down upon the Lycan. But there are other 2 scary cores thrown into the mix with that Razor and DP. So I think it's going to be a close one unless Armel really goes off on the Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
Which he could do.
He could definitely do it. I think they're waiting to get some information. They're both kind of playing around mid. Death Prophet has mid items. I've seen this Death Prophet versus Bloodseeker matchup quite a lot.
The DP loses,
right? The DP loses majority of the time. Just because the side lanes get pressured and Bloodseeker just starts getting absolutely ridiculous in damage and movement speed that you can run down this DP. We'll see how that applies. I do think that, I mean, Razor's top versus the Lifestealer. That should be able to slow down Raven. So Tigers looks like they got the lanes that they want. But that being said, I don't think TNC is too unhappy with their lanes because they got the standard lanes. They've got their carrying the top lane. They've got Bloodseeker versus the Death Prophet. And they've got Underlord, of course, on bottom.
Let's see.
Bottom lane is all about pressure. Just spam your spells. Spam Firestorm, spam Riptides. Get these heroes nice and low so that your Bloodseeker gets thirst once he's got level 2.
We'll see what 1437 can do this game with Shaman. Obviously had an excellent game last game.
Tim's using that Riptide to secure the last hit on the range creep, making sure that the high base damage of Shadow Shaman doesn't apply. We'll body block the pull camp as well, so they can make sure to keep that pressure applied. So once they start getting atrophy stacks, this is where Underlord should be able to farm in theory quite well versus Lycan. And we already start seeing that mid matchup, Armel.
Dire structures are fortified.
Even using aggressive glyph, hoping that 458 will miss this last hit on the tower, but he doesn't miss it, he gets it.
It's going to be quite the one to watch there. In the top lane, so far Raven not being disrupted too much by the fact there's a Razor in the lane. And he's got the Jakira by his side, spamming out both the Razor and the Clockwork, making sure space is there for Raven to farm. And so far I have 9 CS.
Armel's farming look perfect. And he's got the 2 points in the thirst now too, so any pressure that gets applied, he just does even better in that mid lane. And yeah, I mean, this Death Prophet's really gonna suffer.
That's bottom lane. K's farm. Not too bad at all against the Underlord. Is this?
They shouldn't really get kills down here on either side.
You got enough regen on the Lycan that you feel fine against the spam.
It's like maybe if Tim's like walks under tower or something and he gets shackled, or an extra rotation comes from the Clockwork, then they can get kills on either the Naga or the Underlord. But yeah, kills down here are pretty unlikely. If 1437 steps super far out of position, then yeah, he can get netted, Riptide, high atrophy damage. But this is like TNC is just trying to get them low so that Armel can dominate that mid lane, which he already is. Tims keeps trying to do that pull, but the Wolves actually have disrupted it both of the times that he has tried. And the Razor will now, with the 2 points in the link especially, will start to slow down Raven a little bit.
Okay, yeah, we'll see. I mean, in terms of the length, it looks to be very static at the moment. It's either side. I mean, I guess what sort of once the clock hits level 3, 4, we can expect to see Zephyr move around, but other than that, everybody just sticking to the lanes.
As it tends to be, it's going to be like the 4 hero that tries to make moves and is the killer.
Yeah.
To really put that pressure out.
But neither lane's really in sort of danger of lives being lost. Maybe until that sort of level 6 comes online in the mid lane for Armel, we might see him have to get aggressive.
He's going to get the 6 much faster than the Death Prophet.
Oh, yeah. With his denies.
Nice little offensive glyph there, Armel. Getting a good chunk of damage while walking up for the last hits, but we'll get enough to secure some health. He also has a salve just in case, too.
No blood for you.
Yeah, I'm out. 24 to 12 against 458, 15 for 1.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as level 6 happens, Armel's probably going to try to go for a kill on this Death Prophet. He's like a full level advantage.
Top lane. And in your dream, consistently getting those near max duration static links off.
I think I'd like to see Zephyr make a move. As soon as he hits level 3, try making the move toward mid lane to try to bait the Bloodseeker, maybe to use that rupture and counter gang.
They're looking to chase down 1437, but they won't dive the tower.
He drops very low though. High damage from the atrophy. Tim's the Riptide will find him.
Oh,
that vision from the
I was going to say, maybe it was a sort of lapse of the mind there from 1437, as yeah, they were always going to see him. They were always going to see him. So a very easy kill for Predator to just waltz in underneath the tower and claim.
Armel is 6 now off of this creep. Death Prophet always had TP, of course, in case that does happen. But now, I mean, Armel's got some really comfortable control of this mid lane.
Okay, he's going to be left on his own for a little bit as 1437 makes the walk back to lane. It's still managing to, as I say, farm pretty well down here. 26 CS.
Yeah.
The top lane, the denies are starting to rack up. You are really starting to see sort of the expected Razor versus Lifesteal, the way it's going to go down with that level advantage on the Razor.
I'm surprised how well Raven's been last hitting here, but now he's starting to get chased out. He's got to actually pop his mango, get that open wounds to distance himself. He will be okay. But now the damage on the tower will be there a bit there for In Your Dream.
Right. Cuckoo, arm out, look at the watch 458, look at the rupture into the blood right. Is it enough? No, stick charges and siphons there. These are going to be the turnaround players. 1437 comes in with the shackle. They look towards Armel. Quick blast, not enough. Armel himself with the stick charges will be fine. Lots of rotations coming in for that. They do save the DP, but they don't get that return kill onto Armel, as Armel's allowed to retreat. And look at Cuckoo though. 458. Trying to slow him down with the siphon. Blood right from Armel will potentially put the 2 off from trying for the kill. And indeed does save Cuckoo. This bottom lane certainly starting to get more scary. Timbers and Sam H at the point where they can cut the creeps, really keep the pressure on TK.
The damage is starting to add up. Underlord has 55. 1437 is getting pretty scared that he can get dove. They have expended, I think, all 6 of the mangoes they had bottom. So that's where they were trying to apply pressures. 3 mangoes were used on Tims, 3 as well on Sam H.
There's a rotations coming in from Cuckoo down bottom as well. They want to try and set up onto K. K. AFK at the moment. Stand still. In they go. K. He's gone.
I think that was Cuckoo using a mango on Tims there so that he would have the mana because he didn't have any remaining. So them able to get that net off. With that rotation of Cuckoo, they shut down the Lycan, and they're just leaving Raven on his own. They're like, you're actually farming pretty okay. Sure, you're getting slowed down by the Razor, but we can't really help you up there with just a Jakiro. So they make the aggressive move anyway, which will always benefit the Bloodseeker as well. Armel almost level 8 in comparison to level 6 on that Death Prophet.
We'll see this replay again. Okay, look at him. He's just sitting there.
Yeah, look, he just mangoes Tims, and yep. Okay.
He's just taking a moment there to think about his existence.
Was he using Courier? I think he was buying a ring.
He must have been,
right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But always good fun to see.
I think he dies anyway. They'll probably just dive a little bit deeper for that, and there's not the greatest protection. So smoke comes out. They've got level 6 DP. They've got the exorcism. They look like they want to try to get something out of it. Maybe a kill into a tower. Ideally on the Bloodseeker. But they turn their way after that. Nuke comes out after they see the Bloodseeker pushing the mid lane. They make their way toward top to maybe try to find Raven here. A long wrap around. They get the ward behind the tower too. They know that Armel has come up here. Dream. He's baiting them.
He is juking them. Yeah, 4-point back. Turned up with the exorcism and out. TNC Predator, they've got to get out of it. They've got the shackles from 1437 out onto Armel as well as 458 coming across with the ghost. The starting link from In Your Dream racking up. As Armel will lay the blood right down, but it does not matter. They have more than enough damage to claim the life of the Bloodseeker too.
Very nice smoke play. They smoke and they don't just go for the kill, right?
And now Sam Potter with the ward. They're going to get Tims as well. Sam H will be able to rift out. But they make the most of that ghost usage indeed. Up and down the map. 458.
Dyer's top tower is under
very good map read. I just love how they don't rush it. They don't rush this play. They put the ward down. They see the Bloodseeker TP and they take their time.
Dyer's top tower has fallen.
Deep wards also placed out by Predator, so they can look to make those similar moves.
Oh, the shackle. Oh, not too fortunate. As In Your Dream actually laughs at 1437. That's just me.
Did he insta-cancel it himself? Or
no, he shackled an illusion. Or creep.
Okay.
I forget. Sorry. He didn't shackle the real
Radiant's
one.
bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom, Armel, Sam H, they will build the claim in his tower. See the mirror movements again, of course, happening. That 10-minute mark. Both sides want to be playing on opposite sides of the map for the most part.
Radiant's bottom tower
They are giving Tims
fallen.
the lane. Level 6 already on Naga. Clockwork only level 4 at the moment. Zephyr is looking for Tims.
Oh, and he's found him. He's got him in the cogs. Battery Assault as well, but doesn't look like any of his mates want to come over and help him get the kill.
Oh,
maybe they don't need to.
There's a creep wave there.
Oh, he's in trouble now. He's a little deep, Zephyr.
That was.
I don't think that was ever going to happen, chasing down that level 6 Nalgasaran, but he thought it would.
If he was level 5 on clock, he might have had the damage with level 3 battery assault, but only level 4, level 2 battery assault, not enough versus this tanky Naga. Gives a free kill.
Cuckoo.
He uses the Tome of Knowledge on the clockwork, so now level 6. Now he's got more than enough damage. 458 will secure it.
Right, easily set up. Top Tims. Yeah, continue to get the space to
get the
farm a
D-ward.
Spirit Vessel.
They do get the D ward down bottom too. They saw the Jakiro, walking through their jungle, so they assumed there'd be a ward down there, and they are right to assume that, except for a little bit of a slowdown coming out here now. TNC content with farming. They have Tim's farming top, Armel farming jungle, Sam H occupying bottom, doing Underlord things. Means Raven's kind of lacking a home to farm.
For sure.
Yeah,
I saw that lane at the start where, as you say, he did sort of better out that lane than maybe expected, because it is against a Razor. It's going to be hard. But he's still got to find some way to sort of catch back up.
Now they're moving around. Now they're like, okay, Sam H, you're an Underlord. You're the tower defender. You should be playing around the mid lane. You should be playing wherever the Death Prophet and Lycan are set up. Let Raven take these unoccupied lanes. So he does farm a bit down bottom. So be very careful though. 458 is inside, but he does get the Rage and the TP off. That could have been scary there for a second. The silence was available from the Death Prophet, and his teammates were coming over.
Top lane, Armel, Rupture, straight up onto K. Tim's coming in as well. Okay, can he actually escape this? He is going to pop the shapeshift, pop the stick charges. He needs help though, and no help is coming, so K will fall. Tim's and Armel catch him out with the gank. No way to escape.
Playing Lycan versus Bloodseeker is very difficult.
Yeah.
You have to have your teammates pretty much playing around you at any of those situations.
Main Zephyr does have the hook shot back up.
Radiant structures
If he sees a chance to get him, but they have got eyes on him.
They want to try to get Sam H, because Sam H is just ruining their push mid that they want to be able to apply right now. He's just spamming the Firestorm, which is giving a lot of space to Raven to get this armlet at a good timing, and also Armel to get a Radiance at a pretty good timing. He was actually not doing the greatest on the Bloodseeker after that one death that he had, and then just completely caught back up once you got those kills.
And up top, Zephyr will find Cuckoo. Okay, the better hook shot gets the Jakiro out low.
That ward again, getting them another.
Still Armel does need the farm. Razor very close behind that Bloodseeker.
I mean, Sam H is being such a nuisance right now. Like, they want this mid tower so badly so they can get this information, the way to be able to pierce into the enemy jungle, but Sam H just perched here, spamming nonstop. Pretty much has. Does he have the Crimson Guard finished? I didn't see if the buckler's not done just yet, but very close to having a full Crimson Guard. Be very nice versus at least a Lycan. They're looking to gank this Underlord. They want to kill him, get this tower. Maybe they might just settle for a Jakiro, but that is not the ideal kill. They want a core. This can lead them into a tower, though. They'll be happy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Deep ward's placed out. They know that he's up there. They know that Cuckoo's in the tree lines. They're spending a lot of time right now, though.
Under the vision. Hook shot back up. Zap. So a repeat of what we just saw. And he goes on to the Jakiro. Cuckoo tries to hide nice and deep. The battery assault's there. Cuckoo cannot breathe a single ounce of fire. And Zephyr. Chain stuns are not there with the mini stuns. I haven't seen those cast animations, and the setup is there for them to take the tower. So couldn't get mid. They'll look elsewhere.
Yeah, they'll get the tower, but at the same time, Sam H starts to push a little bit up towards the high ground in mid, and tier 2 bottom is pretty much dead already now. So they have to spend a lot of time for that, but now Sam H has stepped up a bit too far. And Zephyr closed the gap. Oh! Did that look like it? That looked like he was inside of the cog.
No.
That looked like
I mean, it looked very close. but not getting the cancel on the TP there.
I thought that he was actually.
Let's get a replay. No. We can get a replay probably.
I mean, that one looked like he was.
I'm sure we can check it out. We can check out the replay.
Oh, crazy. I guess maybe just the big unit, like the way the Underlord looks. Well, Underlord also looks huge, but his actual the hitbox is smaller.
We're seeing it exactly, yeah, because it's a big model.
Like it looks a little bit like that target is literally like
okay, that was actually inside him. It's fine. We're gonna have a few more patches before TI. It's cool. I'm sure.
It looked like that. I thought that one was hit him. I don't know. Maybe the wolves the wolves were kind of in the way somehow or something. I don't know. It looks strange.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably just lag. I'm sure. it was a feature.
Zephyr
it's a feature.
Walks into Tim's on the high ground. There's a shrine there and some more teammates. Will he clean up the Naga? He will not, and he will play with his life. That was the fresh relic as well for Armel, and now it's pretty much a Radiance.
All right. Good timing indeed on the Bloodseeker.
A little scared right now for Tigers. They're not applying as much pressure as they'd like to be with this Lycan and Death Prophet. They want to ideally be taking all these tier 1s nice and early, but Sam H has literally just been sitting in the mid lane for 6 minutes.
He's been chilling. He's been farming.
Firestorm.
He's having a great time. He's the Crimson Guard, level 10. He is more than happy sitting here and with the pace that the game is going.
Yeah, I mean, Raven's also like, thank you so much for this, guys. You know, buy me time. I was versus a Razor. You know how this goes. I'm a lifestealer.
This is certainly looking to be a little more challenging than game 1 was for Tigers. As Predator, it's just a much easier draft for them to play as well. You know, last time they had this sort of bristle. You know, anytime you see Bristle and Axe on the same team, you know it's going to have to be something a little different for them to get the victory. It's not sort of your classic position 1 and position 3.
Yeah.
At least together, sure, in sort of separate scenarios. But it's a little weird to have them both in the same draft, and as we saw, it did not work out. But this time around, this is much more fluid. Armel, Bloodseeker, Raven, Lifestealer, yeah, they're good to go.
Oh, the Wolves actually get hit by the Radiance for a second there. I don't know if Tigers noticed though.
I think King or Dream did ping it out.
Okay.
Someone was pinging. Zephyr will head forward as he looks to be the one to tank the smoke. They're not really going in onto him though.
They got silenced on 2 heroes. They were a little bit afraid.
And yeah, even Zephyr's not going to fall. He's going to be able to get himself back to safety. So indeed, they were aware and they are able to keep everyone away safely from that movement. But TNC though, they said, well, we don't get a kill, we'll just put pressure onto the tower. We're beefy enough to keep pushing in if we want to do so.
They used the Exorcism.
And they used the Shapeshift.
Predator is just going to disengage.
I mean, at least they've finally sort of found the opening to get the tower if they want. So that's something. But as you say, I mean, they get the tier 1 set. They wanted it. They finally get it. But yeah, indeed, the Lycan running around like a crazed wolf. He just can't find the opening. But they get the tap. They get the tap.
Now they're going to be on the back foot for quite a while, though.
No TNC know that they haven't
no Exorcism. That's 100 seconds where Predator can play on the aggressive completely. That's majority of their damage coming out from Tigers. I really doubt that they're going to try to take any of these fights in the next minute or so.
Are fortified.
Indeed. And we'll lose their tier 1 tower in turn. Tim's on the side. Finding 40-37, 40-37.
Gets into the sidelines there. Raven now gets linked, and he will get pushed away from that. Quick little juke into the tree lines there. Just using that fog on the Shadow Shaman. Doesn't allow him to die.
Look at this. This is 3 holding, though, whilst both side lanes are being farmed and pushed. Predator, you know, Tigers have K up top. They got Zephyr down bottom. Predator did have the full 5-man mid for that.
One thing is that Tigers didn't lose anyone while they have these ultis down. 60 more seconds until they are back up, though. And Predator will use that farm to time to just farm up. I mean, Lifestealer tied net worth with the Lycan. I think Predator is pretty happy with the state of the game. Now the big thing is, can they contest the Roshan in the next 30 seconds? When Tigers make their next move with level 2 Exorcism and what should be book 3 soon, can they defend that Rosh? They've got the Naga to deal with it. song is coming out. I think they think that they're rushing already because they threw the scan out. They're actually not doing it just yet.
They might get some kills still though. They'll try and look to open on Sunday with the Blood Rider route on 4037. He'll be surrounded and he'll get taken down. Get me down from the streams. Looks to check. Dark Rip and Savage looking to get the match. That's going to be cancelled. Savage says we can fight this, and evidently he cannot. He's dead. As the rest of TNC walk off. Maybe a bit of miscommunication there as he did. Yeah, they stopped that Dark Rip.
It did seem like it, yeah.
As I didn't see where it's Dark Rifting to. Maybe it was Dark Rifting towards the base, and TNC as a whole would have felt it would be more harmful to save the Underlord, but be taken all the way back to the fountain when they do want to still stay in this vicinity around the pit. So they're like,
it's the rush, yeah. They want to control around that rush pit, and they don't want to get so far away versus like when they have Death Prophet. Yeah. Sure, like the Shadow Shaman was used, but the Death Prophet ulti in that rush pit is still.
The ride arrived, but the destination was off. So yeah, they turn it down. they want to stay about. Predator still having that lead 2k advantage.
We're getting close to the BKB on the Bloodseeker too. That's gonna give Armel all the liberty in the fights just to run around and not be so afraid of all this constant damage that's flying around.
Well, what do you think about that as well? I mean, the tranquils on the Death Prophet.
Oh. I haven't seen that.
A little bit it's not an accidental build, is it?
Illusion.
I mean, no, definitely not an accidental build.
I don't know. Yeah, what? No.
I guess just if he doesn't get hit and he's ruptured in the back line, so the trank will still apply, so he gets that extra regen. As long as he doesn't get hit, if he's not auto-attacking and stuff too, it'll give him a little extra regen. I don't know. It's definitely weird. You don't see it too much on core heroes because you tend to be attacking, and you're gonna be attacked in team fights. But he won't be able to sustain if it's only spells thrown on him, at least. So they're going for the rush. They've got the medallion as well on this Clockwork DPLT. TNC Predator does not have the song available. This should be free for Tiger.
Yeah, they really do prioritize this Roshan deal. So we saw last game that it really does pay off. You have to favor Roshan that heavily. No messing around. Just grabbing the Aegis, grabbing the Roche kill, and no chance for Predator to contest.
So JJ gave an update because we're noobs. The range creep actually took the cog hit in the mid lane when the cog looked like it was supposed to hit the Underlord. That one cog that was supposed to hit, it hit a creep. Okay. Thank you, JJ.
Thank you, JJ. That makes sense.
That does make sense. I was very confused. I didn't see the creep get pushed, though.
That makes sense. There we go.
Blind.
We